So let's go to the first house. And the first house is the connection to the self energy, yourself, Cancer. So let's see, focusing on yourself. What do you need to know, Cancer? The Princess of Pentacles. So that is about really focusing on maybe learning something new here. You will be having a full moon, yes, on 9 March in Virgo in your third house. And that is the connection to communication, learning a skill. So I do feel this is going to be a month for some of you Cancers that you are going to focus on something new. And it may be a skill that you're wanting to learn this month to start. So let me pull another card here for you. You also could be dealing with an earth energy, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn this month. But I feel with the Fox here, this is about looking out for their signs and symbols. This could be an opportunity. I feel like with the Fox is like, look out for those opportunities. Look out for those signs and symbols that will be coming to you for opportunities, especially in the job situation there. So let's go to the second house, and the second house is connection to your finances and resources. So let's see how that's looking for you, Cancers, in the month of March here. Well, you have the Ten of Wands here. So it looks like you're quite busy in regards to what you're trying to do to grow your resources. This just could be a really busy month for you to get a handle on your finances, your resources. But the Ten of Wands is encouraging you to, put your priorities in place. Make sure that you get more organized. I do feel you're trying to maybe, especially with Saturn going into your 8th house by the end of the month here, Saturn is encouraging you to get your resources in line, getting them balanced. So I do feel the Ten of Wands this month in your financial houses encouraging you to get organized, to get things into order in regards to your finances, your resources. There may be some major changes that are happening in regards to other finances and resources that you're going to have to take care of to balance out, especially with Saturn being in your 8th house by the end of this month, being there for the next couple of months. I feel there's a restructuring in regards to how you handle other people's resources, and in regards to taxes and inheritances and money that is owed to you from others. So that may be something that is starting to develop in the next couple years, is receiving maybe financial stability from others, receiving help and assistance that can help. And it could be because there could be a coming together of a relationship that may solidify a growth in some type of resource and financial stability for some of you Cancers. So one more card here in the second house of finances here. What is it? Well, this is a great card. This is the Rider card. So I do feel, stay optimistic, look towards the future, knowing that you will be able to be optimistic about where you're going to put your financial security at. I do feel this is about getting organized so that you can really have more of a financial freedom going into April. So March may be a time where you're putting things together, organizing, paying off debts, looking at your income to be able to have more freedom for the future. So let's go to the third house. The third house is where you're going to have a full moon. It will be in Virgo on 9 March. And the third house, like I said, is connection to communication. It is about learning a skill. It is about communicating with others, connections to your siblings, cousins, neighbors. So let's see, Cancer, how your third house is looking with that full moon happening in the middle of the month here. Here we go here. Wow, you've got the Magician here. So there's something that's coming into fruition by the middle of the month here that's going to allow you to grow and develop yourself. That's why I feel there's an opportunity with the Princess of Pentacles to learn something, a new skill. It does look like you have everything you need to grow and prosper in some type of new skill. And I do feel that there will be others that will be connecting with you to offer you this magical connection. So yes, so far so good, Cancer. You've got a great reading. Yeah, and then you've got the new beginning card. And again, there's like hope for the future. There's rainbows here, things looking up in regards to what you are wanting to become your reality, the castle in the sky, the children, the happiness, the joy. I feel, Cancer, this is what you are magically creating for yourself, and maybe that's what that full moon is happening in the middle of the month, is finally breaking free from the trouble, the anxiety, making the changes and transformations that you need for balance in regards to relationships, partnerships. That's what you're doing. You're trying to find the balance this month, and you're finding what is truly going to feel positive in your soul and connections to others. So very strong connection for something positive to happen. Yes, because you do have a lot happening in your 11th house. Oh yes, you've got Uranus. We'll talk about that when we get there, but I do feel there will be synchronistic moments, magical connections with others that may help you really change your destiny here. So let's look at the 4th house, and that is this connection to family and home. That's you, Cancer. So let's see how your family life is looking in the month of March here. Wow, that is love. The 2 of Cups is feeling happy with someone, connecting in a partnership that's very emotional, very satisfying. So yes, a lot of you Cancers, because there is so much going on in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, I do feel a lot of you Cancers are solidifying that relationship, that partnership that you feel emotionally connected and satisfied with here. So yes, that is a beautiful connection this month of finding a lot of love in your family, finding love and flowing this month in it. So love is balanced love, relationships, the Tower card here. So that is something to look at, because I do feel for some of you Cancers, when we get to the 7th house, there is something going on in regards to relationships. So the Tower could be something very unexpected happening in regards to relationships. So let's go to the 5th house. And the 5th house is connection to romance and love and children, creativity. So let's see how your 5th house, Cancer, is looking for the month of March here. Cancer. Let's see how your, oh, that one wants to come out. Oh, wow, the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's a sign of children right there. You see the little baby there. I see a strong connection to maybe an Earth energy, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but there does seem to be maybe this beautiful balance of love because of maybe a child being born, a child being conceived. But the Ace of Pentacles here is, starting to manifest what you want in your 5th house, manifesting love and creativity and fertility, children. So that's beautiful to see that in your 5th house there is something that's manifesting that's truly going to be stable and beautiful and grounding here. And here we got the birds of communication. I feel there's maybe some beautiful messages of communication coming from the ones that you love, coming from family members here. But I just feel for a lot of you Cancers, so far this reading is about just finding love and balance, communicating, connecting, finding your relationships that are going to give you that balance. And that's what I'm feeling. Moving away from the trouble, anxiety, and that's why I feel a lot of you Cancers are making decisions about your relationships so that you can find this peace, getting things organized in your life so that you can really focus on the future. And let's go to, oh, well, let's pull some love cards here, because I do feel for some there's a beautiful connection of love growing and manifesting through some type of communication. It could be that through, maybe for you single Cancers out there, It's time to connect, get out there, get on a dating site, make sure that you're connecting to different organizations, finding something that you truly love to do, and, finding others who love to do that so that you can connect with someone deeper. So that's what I'm feeling. Some of you Cancers just need to communicate. It seems like there's a lot of birds out there that you can really have fun with. Remember, the word playfulness is your word this month. Having fun, enjoying yourself. So let's pull some romance angel cards here. Passion, yes, there is definitely some passion going on here for some of you. Strong connection to an earth energy, yes. Let's see here, what else? Heart-to-heart conversations. So this is a month where I feel a lot of you Cancers are going to make some choices. Now remember, Mercury is in retrograde until March 10th. So don't make any final decisions, especially in regards to contracts, relationships, partnerships, until after March 10th, when Mercury does go direct, just so there isn't any type of confusion or miscommunication. So deception here. And that's why I feel some of you we'll be having some heart-to-heart conversations about maybe some changes in a relationship. And that is not surprising that the deception card here is here, because there is so much happening in your 7th house of relationships that there is bound to be this connection to, for some of you Cancers, to understanding deception. So let's pull a couple more cards here, Cancer, for you in love. Pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, so some of you, you do see some deception. Pay attention to those red flags. There will be maybe some heart-to-heart conversations in regards to what is being shown to you. There may be, communication going back and forth in regards to a situation that's being explained to you or shown to you about a situation that needs to be dealt with. And this could be the one here. So yes, some of you have found passion, playfulness. The 2 cups is saying, yes, I found my soulmate. And now I want to shake things up. I want to find, solidify this relationship and find the balance. Yes, some of you Cancers are moving to that next level. So let's go to the 6th house. And that is this connection to your day-to-day life. So Cancer, how's your day-to-day life looking this month here? So we have the 4 of Swords. So that means to slow down a little bit here, taking time to meditate, to think about, to contemplate. So it's very important in your day-to-day life to take time, because things are going to be happening for you by the end of the month. Changes are happening. And I feel like, keep grounded, keep stable, find time to be out in nature, to figure out the balance that you need, because I feel there will be some choices that will be made by the end of the month in regards to balance, partnerships, relationships here. So let me pull another card in your day-to-day life here, Cancer. So yes, make sure you're taking time to meditate here, Cancer. And, books, secrets being revealed. So, with the 8th house, with Saturn going in there for the next couple of years, I feel there will be secrets, revelations, epiphanies, and also you have some energy in your 9th house, which is all about higher education, wisdom, learning. So this may be a time where you're contemplating going back to school, learning something. Yeah, I do feel some of you with the Princess of Pentacles, like I said, you've got that full moon in your 3rd house of communication. It looks like some of you are contemplating on learning something, going back to school, and fulfilling some type of destiny that you're ready to partake in. So let's go to the 7th house. And like I said, there is so much going on in your 7th house. Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, Saturn. And then Saturn, by the end of the month, by 22nd of March, it will go into your 8th house of Aquarius. So the focus this month really is, with Mars being in there, is really being aggressive, putting things into action in regards to relationships. And Jupiter is helping you solidify, stabilize, understand, be realistic about those relationships here. And so, yeah, let's see. You've got Pluto there transforming those relationships. So, Cancer, King of Swords. This is going and connecting to someone of authority. This is the Libra energy. I feel this is about balance. This is about legal. This is about contracts. This is about the obligation that some of you Cancers have in your 7th house. So the King of Swords is about really contemplating for some of you Librans about your relationships and whether you need to go to someone of authority to make some decisions about a contract. So yes, contemplate those relationships this month, because the King of Swords is wanting you to be clear about the direction. That's why Saturn's going into your 8th house. Saturn wants you to really start to solidify those relationships that need to change, or that need to solidify into a deeper connection here. And so we see that there has been mountains, obstacles for some of you Cancers to make a decision, a choice about a relationship here. And I feel like the King of Swords is like ready. He's ready to fight the battle. He's ready to charge and do what he needs to do to get through this mountain. And so I feel like some of you Cancers are going to really put things into action with Mars being in your 7th house, that you are going to wait until at least after March 10th to do some legal action, maybe to make the steps, because of maybe the deception and the red flags that are being shown to you. That is why there will be some heart-to-heart conversations in regards to partnerships, relationships, contracts there. So let's go to the 8th house, and the 8th house's connection to that big transformation that's happening with Saturn going into your 8th house. This is about life and death issues. This is about your own personal power being gained again. This is about you figuring out the mysteries of life, getting more connected to your psychological needs. There is a major change happening that by April, you're going to feel it. So let's see, Cancer, what is that big change that some of you Cancers may be feeling here? Wow, the Hanged One. So that is about having to look at your life differently. That is what the 8th house, with Saturn going into 8th house. Saturn is saying, have you looked at your life differently? Do you feel like you're in the place that you need? Because if not, you're going to be stuck in this hangman position until you become more realistic. Before you can do anything, you really have to meditate, contemplate, understand what you need to do to change things in your life. And that's what the Hanged One is doing in your 8th house, with Saturn being there, making you more realistic about those changes that need to happen, that need to occur in your life here. So let's pull another card. Let's pull another card here. Yes, so that you can journey and get through the obstacles, right? See that mountain here? This boat knows how to get through and is sailing across those mountains. The King of Swords here is ready for battle. He has his sword. So I do feel you Cancers, this is about meditating, contemplating on your relationships and looking at your life differently, and, you know, getting ready for that major change so that you can sail away into clear waters, moving away from that anxiety, move away from that south node, focus on your north node, focus on what is going to give you the benefits, what is going to give you, you know, what you truly need in this lifetime here. So let's see, let's go to the 9th house, and you are going to have the sun there for a little while. You'll have Mercury and Neptune there. So there is a lot of energy happening in your 9th house. That's wisdom, insight, higher education. So let's see how your 9th house is looking here. The King of Wands. So this is about you putting things in action, having more fun, you know, Sorry about that. My phone just went off there, but the King of Wands is saying, let's make things happen. There is wisdom from others. I feel there's others who you're going to be connecting to learn some type of knowledge. So yeah, it does look like some of you Cancers are taking time to learn something, connecting to those teachers and masters and gurus who are going to give you some type of insight with all that energy in your ninth house here. Yes, and you have the beautiful environment of change. So I feel like things are really looking up for you because you are actively pursuing some type of new knowledge for yourself here, Cancer.